the idea is to choose a story, preferably a well-known story, some sort of fairy tale or myth or something, and you build the story. So it's gonna be like a narrative. So if you imagine like a video game, it's kind of like a video game. You usually, a first-person shooter game. Often it's you're kind of walking through a story, if that makes sense. Or if you imagine like a play or like a movie or any sort of theater, you have props that help you understand the settings. So maybe it's like building props for a play or something. And it's going to be a path, and you're kind of building the story, and as you walk down the path, you're walking through the story. Hopefully that makes sense. A little bit abstract. It is a little bit abstract. It's not exactly stuff you learn in architecture school. But if you're playing video games, and I'm assuming that you like video games, then it's something you find in video games all the time. So it's not that strange. Hopefully it's not that strange. But it is a little strange. And how should I... Now I've done this here. I want to keep things compact. Right now I'm thinking... I was thinking either the path will go here, the path will go here, and then wind its way around, and then the climax, I guess the climax of the story, if you have a fairy tale, you might have a castle. If you have something else, you might have whatever it is. And then have like a monument here, and they have to go through the path. I don't know if this is a bit odd. This part I'm not too sure about. Maybe you guys can give me some feedback here. So the idea is you walk through the story, and then you reach the climax of the story, and there's a massive build of it right here. Don't know if that makes sense. I might just, or maybe we can start the path here and wind our way around a little bit, and then have the final build back here. And I might give it even 50 by 50 blocks, just for the climax build, like the massive final build. That might make a little bit more sense, just because we don't want to actually intrude on the residential area too much. Or maybe we can make the road come out here, and then we start here, go around like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, and then 50 by 50. That seems pretty serious. That seems like a pretty serious build. I'm a bit hesitant to suggest this, but I'll put it here for now, and you guys can think about it, and maybe I'll think about it in my own time as well. I guess I'll save this for last. 1, 2, 3. Just put that there. I think I'll post the videos, and then I'll see what you guys have to say before I start building again. Like sometimes I just kind of record and just keep building. But at this point, I really would appreciate some feedback if you have any. Even if it's just, hey, awesome, I'm interested. Like, finish it. I want to do this. Even if it's that, or or not interested. But even if it's kind of really simple feedback, it's useful. Also, there's gonna be like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Interesting. There's 9 exercises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, there's kind of like 10. The 10th exercise, well, there's 11. The 10th exercise will be to do the roads and the public areas. So I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna give people really basic roads. And the 10th exercise will be to make the roads more interesting, or improve the roads. And that's like a, that's like a public works exercise. And then the 11th is really just to improve anything. Go back and change anything you like. Because by that stage, like if you're new to design, or even if you're not, what happens often is that the stuff you design last will be somewhat more interesting than the stuff you design first. Just because you've gotten better at designing. So, it's always a good idea to just go back at the end and reconsider the stuff you did at the beginning. And maybe redo some of it. Just because there's room for improvement often. So that's 10 and 11. And we don't really need to do anything new for that. And also, if you teach design, you probably don't. But if you teach like a university level design course, what often happens is like people won't finish all the projects in time for whatever reason, and so it's kind of a good idea to give people a chance to finish off their unfinished projects. So in a way, the last two exercises is kind of like that. Like if there's anything you're not happy with and you don't think you've finished in time, then finish it. So there's really 9 exercises and then 2 cleanup exercises. Alright, so here we have like a walk through story. Not too sure about this one. Whether or not there's enough space for this. This might need to be tested. Like in my notes I said 6 sequences of 10 by 20 blocks each. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 by 10. I don't want to make it too complicated, but at the same time, if people want to make something complicated, I don't want to stop them from doing that. I don't want to make things too big because it's a lot of work, but I don't want to make it too small because there's not enough room. So I don't know. We might just have to test this and see whether this works, and if it doesn't work, then change it. Anyway, we'll leave that for later. Again, I'll leave time for you guys to give feedback, and I'll leave time for myself to test this out. And the final thing, maybe 50 by 30, not 50 by 50. 50 by 30 is probably quite big. It gives you enough room for some landscaping too. So let's put that there. So roughly these are the projects. These are the sizes of the projects. Let's see, is that right? Yeah, 1, 2, 50 by 30. Yeah, I'm quite iffy about this last bit, because you have to choose your own story. And then you're building something quite unusual at the same time. Which seems like a lot to ask. 1, 2, 3, 4... Alright, we need to expand this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... No, go away. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then this way. Hole in the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So hopefully I counted that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are you guys doing? 10. No! 10. And Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if I should leave the animals. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all sorts of pigs and cows and horses, not ponies, walking around here. I guess just leave them. Doesn't really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doesn't really matter too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. Might be better to just 10. Might be better to just leave it, like clear it, and then if you want to add animals, you can, add your own animals, if you like. One, 2, and 3. Alright, so this is like the the monumental build, except it's not really that much bigger than the other ones. It is 30 by 50. Is it too big? I don't know. Is it too big or too small? But the thing is, like, you don't have to stick by the rules. I mean, I'm kind of... These really are more suggestions than, instructions. You can take them as instructions and follow everything by the rules. Or you can just, take it as a starting point and do your own thing, really. I mean, it's not like, again, I'm not really gonna grade your work. Although I can if you want me to. So, you can do what you like. Yeah, these final two projects I'm not sure about. I mean, the monumental thing, that's easy enough. I mean, everyone can build a castle, I think. This part, I'm fairly iffy about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna make this bigger. This might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna make it bigger and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just gonna make it, I guess, 50 by 30 as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. 10. Yeah, about 10. And I'm gonna expand this, change the path a little bit. And make the path slightly longer. Slightly more convoluted. Slightly more interesting. These are the final two projects, so hopefully by this stage people will be fairly good and fairly confident and fairly comfortable with doing a somewhat more challenging build. It is I don't know, it's quite odd, to be honest, this build, but hopefully everything will be just fine. Haha! Alright, let me expand this. And I have it go this way. Oops. And through here. Slightly not happy with the tall grass. What the? Wait a minute. Oh crap. The tall grass, it gets in the way of building something like this. Like you can't... With grass you just put a block into it. With tall grass you can't for some reason. Not sure why that would be the case. Okay, so now the path goes around there and break that because the path is gonna come this way. So we're gonna come in there, turn around there, go through here. Gonna break this, move that to there, and then move that there, and let me just make an entrance. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, okay, we're gonna make an entrance like there, and then make an exit like here. So the path really goes in here, around, and then out. And then through to the monument. Whatever that is. Again, like you pick your own build, which is slightly risky, but you know. It is an expression of my trust in the student at this point, that they can make their own decisions by this point. There's a bit of that involved. Alright, so that's the city. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 was... Okay, the island is pretty big. The park on the island is pretty massive too. So 9, obvious project. The 10th one is to fix the roads. The 11th one is to do whatever improvements they want. And that's the layout. Don't know if that makes too much sense to you guys. Let me just mark out the road that goes in the market as well. So I'll leave the details in the video description just in case you don't remember what all the projects are. And any feedback is welcome. Any ideas or feedback is welcome. So again, the idea is to set up a bunch of exercises with the intention of learning architectural concepts through building things in Minecraft. Which I'm sure most of you who play Minecraft are fairly comfortable with already. With that concept. Alright, so just to go through, Project 1 is the town statue. It's just a statue of an animal. And good luck with that. Project 2 is the market district. And we're talking about exterior and interior. Might have to think about that one. The third one is a temple, where you think about scale and proportions. The fourth one is the residential district, where you think about colors. The fifth one is the mausoleum, where you think about light and dark. The sixth one, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth one is the park, where we learn about landscaping and landscaping concepts. The seventh one is the town square, where you think about public space. And eighth is the walkthrough story, where you think about narrative and, you know, communicating narrative through architecture. And the ninth is the monumental build, where we just do something big. Because doing something big is not quite the same as doing something small. That might seem a bit strange. But it's not just, like, a big thing is not just more of a small thing. Like, when you do a big thing, you know, you encounter different challenges. I don't know if you guys, you know, understand that or recognize that or know that already. You might already know that if you built stuff in Minecraft before. Like, a big project's not really just more of a small project. You kind of have to deal with other things too. And that's the layout of the town that you're going to end up with. So yeah, any feedback on the idea or just the layout of the town or any of these concepts. But otherwise, I will continue. I guess I'll put down the roads next, because we have to fill in all these holes in the ground and the lakes and whatnot. and put in some simple roads, and then after that, start or establish the exercises. So, for example, build the plinth for the statue, and build the foundation of the temple. Actually, make the mausoleum, but missing the ceiling, stuff like that. That's the stuff that I do. Build the harbor, and then you guys finish it off as the exercises and learning and architecture and Minecraft. Yay! All right, I'm gonna stop that there. And yeah, any feedback is welcome.